Yeah, Game Awards last night, by the way. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. By far the highlight of the awards, though. They're making a Street Fighter film. Don't know if you've seen the trailer or anything. Have you seen it? Cody Rhodes is in it, and Roman Reigns is in it. So at the Game Awards, they brought out all the cast of Street Fighter film. Roman Reigns obviously comes out on stage straight away. My finger goes up, you know. And I've got like me back to the whole like crowd in the bar that we were watching it in, so I don't even know if anyone's clocked me doing it. And then I just heard someone shout, "Acknowledge me!" And I've turned around and there's like 3 or 4 people who are like this. I'm like, bro, that's fucking boss, you know. That is sensational. All right, well, let's jump into it. I've just had the first game of the week spoiled a little tiny bit because I've opened my spread picks. So I know which way the spread went. I don't know the full-time result of the game though. So I'm going to watch that after the video. But we are in week 15 NFL picks. I am fresh home off a train straight on to record this video. We've just came back from the Game Awards. Came back from it as if I was in LA watching it. I was literally in a bar in town in Liverpool. But Expedition 33, they swept. I hit a first down, Selly, every time they won an award. I'm there hitting the little CD Lamb first down. I was doing it a lot as well because they won every award that they were nominated for, but one. Anyway, we're here to talk about NFL football today. Week 14. Should we just not talk about it, actually? Should we just not talk about it?
I think that might be better.
Yeah.
If we just forget that ever happened.
My record last week was 6-8 in our picks, which is an absolute shocker. That was the spread picks was 6-8. I think my money line picks might have been even worse. It was 5-9. Well, normally we do pay and respects at the start of these episodes. You know, we talk about our teams. I picked against you. I doubted you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying sorry to nobody, but there is one team I do want to put respect on. The Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. I said last week, bum-ass team, how are they that record? And, bro, they just keep winning games. The defense is solid. I just don't like Trevor Lawrence, I'm not going to lie. If you ask me to build a team around a quarterback, I could probably name 10 names first that I would say before I even think about Trevor Lawrence's long face and his long hair. But shout out to the Jags, man, because they are actually killing it. Boys, anything you just want to say about last week, or should we just get straight into it? Just no.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know what the hell's going on with this NFL season, but what did Tame Impala say? The less I know, the better. At the start of the year, I was doing great. This last week, oh my God, it was definitely my worst week probably ever, and I think the less said about it, the better.
That's valid. Winners and losers of the week, I'm guessing the losers is the 3 of us.
It might as well be, yeah. I actually did fill that out. I think my biggest winner last week was probably the Saints, just because everybody had written them off completely. I talked about how Kellen Moore is a good coach, but there's just not enough talent on those teams to win games. But man, the Buccaneers have just been sliding recently, and if you're gonna go down to the Saints like that, that's pretty bad. And that was almost my loser of the week, but I tried to keep it separate games. And I was thinking, like, man, the Chiefs are just falling off. The Bengals blew a crazy lead. But if you want to talk about the worst of the worst, how about 2 turnovers on the same play? How about 5 turnovers in total?
That
Oh my
was
goodness.
ugly.
Jalen Hurts versus the Chargers. That was, I mean, you'd think like Max Brosmer was pretty bad. That was another level. And I know people are always talking, Eagles fans especially, like, oh, Jalen's a top 5 quarterback, blah blah blah. Watching Jalen hurts. That's what I'll say. Watching
That's
Jalen
a
play
bar.
football hurts.
That is a bar. And yeah, that bro, I don't know if I've ever seen that. A guy throws an interception. The guy who intercepts it fumbles it. Back to the guy who throws the interception. He fumbles it and loses. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. That game was
I've
so
seen some
ugly.
stuff pretty close. I've seen some stuff pretty close, but yeah, that was pretty terrible. I've seen my guy, hoodie legend James Jones on the Raiders fumble it twice on one play, and that was about as close as it gets. But he recovered one of them. I don't know how the hell Jalen had 2 turnovers on the same play. But yeah, they talked about that was the first one since 1950, I think. But that was also when they started tracking turnovers, so it might be the first one ever.
Absolutely wild week of ball, and obviously started off with the Cowboys losing against the Lions. Bro, I forgot to do intros. Our names would have been on the screen. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm hungover. Let's just jump into the show. You know who we support. It was on the screen. You know our names. Yeah. Anyway, let's. I'm not even rocking anything right now, but you know. Anyway, let's move into the final recap segment of last week, which is Big Dog of the Week, and it's a good transition from Q's biggest loser of the week being Jalen Hurts, because my Big Dog of the Week comes from the same game that Q has just mentioned. Big Dog of the Week with 1 sack and 4 interceptions. It's James P. Sullivan, Big Dog of the Week. My guy Sully with 1 sack, 4 interceptions. What a stat line for the big blue man over there. But nah, for real though, you know who is gonna be Big Dog of the Week. I think it's obvious from last week. Now, usually I don't give this award to people who lose their game too, but I'm making an exception, and people can say it's bias, but 364 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns. Is that bias? 29 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown. 4 total TDs. Put our Apple Watches to the sky. It's perfect timing, Shador Sanders. Doubt him now. Kevin Stefanski. Oh wait, he still does, because he ran a whack-ass wildcat trick play for 2 points to tie the game. What was he thinking? But Shador Sanders, bro, I know it's a meme on our channel a lot, and I obviously love and pick them to beat the Niners. That didn't go well when I did that. But bro, that tweet that said my Apple Watch touching the fucking ceiling, dog, that was literally me, bro. I was there like, yeah, this is perfect timing. He looked sensational, and that's what we love to see from the guy Shador. I can't believe, bro, you can look at him and look at Dylan Gabriel and be like, Dylan Gabriel's the better quarterback. This is who we want to build our team around. Dylan Gabriel's ass. Like, I was watching the Game Awards yesterday, if I didn't mention already, and what did that say?
Is the we all know this shouldn't have happened. Dylan Gabriel over Shador.
Yeah, that's insane. In the Game Awards last night, right? Like, there's a main presenter guy, and he gave this big speech about like, so excited to show you this next trailer from this game. This game's been in the works for 10 years. I was like, yo, this is gonna be some groundbreaking shit. Bro, they played the trailer for the game. It looked like one of those YouTube adverts that you see of people playing games poorly, so you think, fuck this, I can do better, and download it. It looked like one of them. It was like a puzzle game where you push blocks around. I was like, 10 years. 10 fucking years in the making. What the hell? This shit looks ass, but not as ass as Dylan Gabriel still. So, speaking of 10 years in the making, that's like Tyler Shuff's college record. But anyway, let's move into week 15 NFL picks. What a transition that is. I am fresh home, like I just said. I missed last night's game as we were recording this, the Buccaneers against the Falcons. So I don't want the boys to tell me the score. I don't want to know if we got our picks right or wrong, but I think all 3 of us picked the Bucs. But that game is already gone. So let's just move the fuck on into Sunday. We have the 6 p.m. slate, UK time, of course. We start off with the reigning Big Dog of the week, heading to Chicago to play the Bears. Bears 6.5 point favorites, 9-4 on the season. Q, they are your rivals in your division. Coming off a win against them, how are you feeling about your Packers? If you wanted to give a little bit of spiel there, but how are you feeling about the Bears and who have you got to win this game?
I mean, I'm always going to be high on the Packers. Outside of one interception by Jordan Love, I think he played phenomenal. And Caleb Williams, he's going to learn eventually. If you're going to throw a bad pick in the game, you got to do it early. There's levels to this shit. But yeah, outside of that, he played very good. And I think if the Browns defense with Myles Garrett, who's chasing down a record, he had what, like 4 pressures or something like that against the Titans? If you're going to let the Titans run all over you, I think the Bears will do a lot better. So I know I'm picking against your guy, but I think I got to rock with Chicago on this one. Definitely play a great game against us. I can see him playing another great game against the Browns. Sorry.
Yeah, I get that. the sentiment there of, Myles Garrett's going for that sack record. I mean, you saw Caleb Williams against the Packers, bro. He was sprinting for his fucking life. Every play he's rolling out to the... Hold on. Every single play, I felt like he rolled out to the pocket to the right. Why was there no force defender on the edge to try and stop him from rolling out? Like, I swear down, every single passing play, Caleb Williams ran. He was running, but he's going to be running away from Myles Garrett. Or do they run the ball with their two backs who are doing sensational this year, DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monungai? Kyle is my guy, by the way, because I just packed his 93 on Madden Ultimate Team, and he is an absolute dog. But, yeah, just run the ball like they did against the Eagles. Just run it and run away from Myles, and you're just going to be cooking. But this Browns defense, it's been the highlight of the Browns so far this season until, obviously, my dog came in. But last week against the bum-ass Titans, they looked like bums themselves. 10 years in the making type defense. I think Chicago win this game, but 6.5 points on the spread. Give me the Browns plus the points because... Key, who have you got in this game?
I think we say it every week. The Browns defense is unbelievable, but the Browns offense just isn't catching up. I can't see it catching up again. I'm taking the Bears too.
Valid, man. That NFC North is looking feisty for the title over there, but I think Green Bay have probably secured it. I'm not going to lie. Let's move into another division rival game. Now, talking about rivals, I know that wasn't a rival game, but I'm talking about the Packers-Bears.
I thought that was going to be the greatest little, I'm saying, jump over ever when you said, speaking of shiesty, we got the Bengals.
When did I say shiesty?
There's the Ravens.
I said feisty. Oh.
Yeah, you were going to say, speaking of feisty, we got shiesty versus the Ravens. Well, it could have been great.
Just cut that other part out and use Crab's transition.
Speaking of shiesty, Joe Burrow, is he okay? By the way, have you seen that video of him when he's like, bro, like, I'm not even having fun. Like, fuck this shit, I might just retire. Like, he didn't say that, but that's what it felt like. He sounded so sad.
Welcome to the Rams. That's what I say.
The Rams?
He's going to be a Ram. He's going to be a Ram.
You know what? I can see it. But how much longer do we have in Matthew Stafford's tank? And are they going to pay? But nah, because then the Rams would have to pay Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Whoa, is he saying Joe Burrow can't do it without his weapons? Damn, that's crazy. The Bengals just a weird-ass team, Trey Hendrickson, he cried all off-season to get paid. Got paid and he's not played all season. Like, what are we doing here? I want that job. Can I have that job? Like, can I cry for more money and then just not show up to work? When I don't show up to work, I don't even get fucking paid. What the hell? Anyway, give me the Ravens. I didn't even say what the game was when I introduced this. It's Ravens at Bengals. Obviously, the Bengals beat the Ravens in the bank. This is the bounce back game for the Ravens. The spread's 1.5 points, which makes you feel like the Bengals are going to win this for some reason. And the Steelers are going to win the AFC North and get knocked out in their first playoff game. It's just an ugly time in the NFL, I feel. The AFC is just an ugly place. Like the NFC, I'm seeing teams over there that I think look sexy. Matthew Stafford's slinging it. The Seattle Seahawks, their defense is looking like the Legion of Boom days. The Packers, Jordan Love, Toyota-thon. He was on Pat McAfee show the other day with a Toyota-thon hoodie. Thought I was going to mention. Anyway, yeah, the Cowboys obviously slinging it, Who else in the NFC is doing well this season? I think I've mentioned everyone. But the AFC, on the other hand, bro, I don't like any team over there. The Patriots are like the number one seed behind the Broncos, and the Patriots have played... I was going to say something crazy there, which I can't include in the video, but the Patriots have played like fucking children all season. Easiest schedule ever, apart from these guys. And yeah, AFC's ugly, but give me the Ravens. Kay, who have you got?
I was also thinking of Ravens, but I feel like I change my mind every week when it comes to Bengals football. I seen T. Higgins is questionable, isn't he? I don't know if it's obviously been confirmed yet if he's playing or not.
If I was the training staff, the medical staff, he's not playing.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Especially with the concussion, it's obviously better to just not play. But still, either way, I'm taking the Bengals. Shiesty, my QB. I'm taking the Bengals.
Fair enough, man. We've got a split. Q, who have you got?
Yeah, this Ravens team has just been so up and down all year, and I still don't think we've seen a healthy Lamar Jackson for like the second half of the season. And the Bengals were doing great against the Bills until two very just disastrous interceptions back to back, and that just let the Bills run away with it, which is exactly what I was talking about last week, where it's like fart around for the first half, pray to God you have enough momentum in the second half and come back and win. Worked out this time, but yeah, if the Bengals can avoid those mistakes, I think even without T. Higgins, they should be able to beat this Ravens team whose offense is struggling in its own right. And I know it's no T. Higgins, but they got other guys like Gesicki and Yosevash who are fairly decent and I think can pick up some of the slack that will be left behind if T. Higgins is out.
I just want to say last week's game with the Ravens, that Isaiah Likely touchdown, which got ruled not a touchdown. Like, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? 2 hands on the ball, 2 feet in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Anyway, let's move on because I'm salty. Yo, is this another week of just straight division games? Getting towards the end of the season now, obviously the way the NFL is scheduling all these teams, I'm liking it, the way it's all division games because it means something. The 9-4 Chargers playing against the 6-7 Chiefs. Q, who have you got? 5.5 point favorites. The Chiefs are 5.5 points. This Chiefs team, who are 6-7. Q, who have you got?
I really want you to sit with that. I want you to sit with the silence.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I think, look, this Chiefs team has been off all year long, but I talked about it before. Every time I start getting high on the Chargers, they end up losing. And the Chargers barely beat the Eagles with 5 turnovers from Jalen Hurts, again, 2 on 1 play. And I don't know, man. The Chiefs are out of contention for the AFC West title, but they're still in playoff contention. So they got their backs against the wall. They really need a win. They're at home. The Chargers always seem to let me down whenever I feel like I'm getting high on them. So I'm gonna have to rock with the Chiefs. I don't think their season's done yet, but it's looking very scary. And if they don't win this game, it might actually be over.
I like the analysis, everything you said there. Exactly my reasoning for picking the Chiefs too in this game. You know, that turnover margin against the Eagles, you have that many turnovers, and what, they won by 3 points, wasn't it, in overtime? Like, bro, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Because then in a game where you don't have those turnovers, what the hell happens then? I will say, though, my homeboy, he's been a bit loose with the rock this year. I'm seeing a lot of picks. I feel like every time I watch Patrick Mahomes this year, I'm seeing interceptions. But, oh, and the Chargers do have that man, James P. Sullivan, over there. So he might pick off Mahomes this week. That's a big one. But nah, give me the Chiefs -5.5. I actually hate the spread, but I can see like a fucking blowout here. Honestly, Chiefs go in there 33-17 or something. Justin Herbert playing with a broken hand. And, you know, and I'm mad at Justin Herbert as well. He was rude to one of the reporters. Like, yeah, I'm going to go celebrate with my team. Like, brother, you do the fucking interview. Shut your bitch ass up and do the interview. Key, who are you picking?
I think this is our first split, right? You both went Chiefs.
You just went the Bengals in the last one.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm losing my mind. Guys, I've been sick for like 3 days.
It was one game ago, bro.
I'm tired, okay?
I've been sick for 3 days.
Yeah, Logan Paul. Anyway, this is our first split of the show. Nah, I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking Jay Herbo and his fucking stiff arming people with his broken hand. Did you guys see that? He was stiff arming the motherfuckers with a broken hand. But I'm saying James P. Sullivan's gone from picking off Mike Wazowski. He's gonna go picking off Kermit. I'm taking the Chargers.
Man, oh man, what an addition that has been to the NFL, by the way. The memes are sensational. We move in, another divisional game and probably the biggest game of the week. Why is this on the 6 p.m. slate? This should be primetime football. Wait there, let me scroll ahead and have a look at the fixtures because I bet you Panthers against the Saints. Primetime. How has that not been flexed? Tennessee Titans against the Niners. Why are these not getting flexed for a game like Bills at Patriots? What a game this is. Could be the deciding factor of the AFC West?
No.
No. South?
No.
The AFC East.
There we go.
Oh, man. Yeah, so this is basically a pick 'em. The spread is -1.5 points in favor of the Bills at the moment. Let me check if that is up to date factual information because I want to see where Vegas is leaning and if they know something that we don't. I mean, the way our like picks have gone this season, I think they know a lot that we don't. So the current spread for the Ravens game has moved to 2.5 actually, and this spread is now 1 point. So do you want to take the Patriots with 1 point or do you want to take the Bills? Key, who are you picking in this big AFC East matchup?
Do you even need to ask, boys? Do we need to ask?
Drake May against Josh Allen. That's a big one, you know. That's a big
Do we
one.
need to ask?
That's a big one.
Drake May. Give me the Patriots. I wish I was wearing my Patriots jersey right now, but the Niners are back.
From where?
Give me the Patriots.
From Shitsville.
A bye week.
Oh. Oh man. That's actually huge because that game in our fantasy season as well could decide where you place, obviously heading towards the playoffs. So that is a big one. So, Q, which side of the fence are you leaning on?
You know, I'm going to keep talking about it because it keeps happening. The Bills' winning strategy is just so weird to me. But I think if anybody can elevate his team and keep the momentum going in their favor going into the second half, I think it's Drake May and the Patriots. I talked about the start of the year. I wasn't high on the Patriots because I thought Drake May was good, but the weapons around him, you look at them on paper and you're looking at like the Titans pretty much. You're like, who are these scrubs surrounding Drake May? But he's definitely one of those ones who can go in and elevate all the guys around him. You see it time and time again where these guys have like, who the hell is this guy at receiver? And they end up having like 100-yard game with him because they can find that chemistry, able to just really build up whoever they're surrounded with. And I think Drake May is one of those guys. So yeah, I think Patriots get the lead in the first half, and I think they're actually able to hold on to it like some of these other teams. So give me Patriots.
Yeah, man. Like you say, on paper, you look at this Patriots team and you're like, what the hell? Like, how are they 11-2 kind of thing? Obviously, they have standout names. You know, my boy Christian Gonzalez. Love that fucking guy. Say it every week when we talk about the Patriots. But then you look at the offense, obviously Travion Henderson from the Ohio State University. But my favorite is Booty. Say it every week. I love Booty. That guy is great. Yeah, but in this game though, I like the Bills. I'm not gonna lie. Something just tells me to pick the Bills because I'm going against Key, and that's the only reason I'm doing it. Nah, I'm playing. But the Patriots are on like a 10-game win streak. I just don't think that's sustainable in the NFL. And I feel like because the Bills lost this first game against them, right, this season. And it was like, I'm sure it was by like 3 points. The Bills are going to be mad. I swear, since that game, they are probably looking ahead already, planning for this other game to be like, we need to beat them. If they want to win this division, they need to beat the Patriots here and obviously hope something else goes their way. But I think this is the Bills, I'm not going to lie. And I will happily hold my hands up next week and say, shout out to the Patriots if I am wrong, because I fuck with the Patriots. I really do. Well, I guess not really the Patriots, but Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year, Travion Henderson, the Ohio State University, you know, but and Christian Gonzalez, you know, but yo, give me the Bills though. Let's move on. Another straight up pick 'em, 1.5 point spread. It's the Commanders at the Giants. Hate it. Give me Giants and let's move on. Q. Sorry, actually, timeout. Moment of silence for Zach Ertz. You hate to see it, man. You actually hate to see it. That was actually devastating. I know, you know, he's a Commander and an Eagle, and being a Cowboys fan, it should be like, fuck him. But, bro, shit like that hurts me, bro. I used to have him on Madden back in his Eagles prime days, and that was my guy at tight end, you know? So, to see it. And, bro, I'm not going to lie, I nearly cried, bro. I was watching Hard Knocks, and he was mic'd up when it happened. And, like, he's on the car, he gets put on the cart to go off the field, and he's just crying his eyes out. Marcus Mariota comes up to him and says, like, I'm sorry, man. And I was just like, bro, that is fucking sad, because that could be his career over. You know, And I don't want to say that I'm a genius or a doctor or anything, but I did call his injury in the group chat right when it happened. I've been watching a lot of sports injury content, so I'm thinking like I'm a fucking genius. But anyway, Giants, Q, who have you got?
Yeah. I think this is definitely one of those games where both teams are down and out. They've lost a lot of players, and it's kind of like, who even cares about this game? But I think the Commanders, they just got shut out by the Vikings after coming off almost an upset over the Broncos. I think this is one we saw it last year with the Jaguars where Trevor Lawrence went down and they played hard for their fallen soldier and ended up getting the win next week when nobody expected it. I kind of see a similar thing happening with the Commanders here. I think Zach Ertz going down is really going to piss a lot of people off. They're going to be, especially going up against a divisional rival. I think they have a little bit of extra fire under them going into this game. And yeah, man, that was a. Do you guys think that was a dirty hit on Zach Ertz or not? Because
See,
I thought like he went low. I thought there you could totally like he's up in the air. You can totally just like give him something in the chest, knock the air out of him. He could live to go more plays. There's no need to like almost look like his leg fucking exploded on the slow mo. That was just terrible.
I'm not trying to justify it, but at the same time, if he goes up high, it's penalty, flag, defenseless player. You know what I mean? Because, and the
I feel
nature
like
of him.
any hit in the air should be. Any hit in the air should be a defenseless player.
That's what I mean. That's what it is. So that's why he goes low to try and avoid getting that penalty. But in doing so, you've just ended a man's career. So it's like we need to have a middle ground NFL where that shit doesn't happen because yeah, it was nasty. At first, I thought like he just got flipped because obviously he jumped up to catch and then he got hit low. So I thought they just flipped him. Then I saw the slow mo replay and that hyperextension. Like initially, I thought it was PCL, which is the one at the back of the leg, because that hyperextension, I was like, that's fucking snapped. But then like I watched the video, bro. Basically, like say this is like a leg where this is your kneecap, this is your leg, and this is like your calf. Like when you pull your calf like that, obviously like it doesn't fucking move because that's your leg. But if your ACL snapped, you can kind of like move. And like I saw Zach Ertz when he rolled over, he like moved his own leg and the shit moved. I was like, his ACL's gone. That's so sad. I just clocked it straight away. But yeah, just devastating shit. And Key, who is your pick for this game?
I'm also going with the Giants. I feel like we say it every week, but the Commanders just lose a big player every single week. And it showed again last week. Another player going on injury reserve. I think obviously both teams' seasons are pretty much over. So it's just a game that means absolutely nothing. But the Giants are hopefully going to win it.
I low-key think that this game could be one of them where it's absolute cinema. As in, you know, it's a 3-10 team against a 2-11 team. The over-under for total points is 46.5. Give me the over. This could be like an absolute barn burner, or it could be an absolute shocking stinker, 14-7. But I just have a feeling it's going to be like 30-32. Something fucking crazy like that, where just both teams just go crazy. Got nothing else to play for. But yeah, major division games there. And let's move into a non-division game. Being a Cowboys fan, I'm hoping the Eagles lose out for the rest of the season. So I checked the Eagles' schedule after that big loss against the Chargers and saw that they're playing the bum-ass Las Vegas Raiders in the next game at home. 13.5 points is the spread. That's fucking insane. Give me the Raiders. Fuck the Eagles. Cowboys are going to win the division and get to the playoffs. That's insane, though. This is a waste of a pick. I'm taking Raiders plus 13.5. Eagles money line. Hate it. Key, who have you got?
Eagles, next question.
Fairs. Q, do we even need to ask?
Eagles. Next question.
Man, it's... What the fuck even are the Raiders, bro? There's so many bad teams in the league this year, but some of them are just worse than others. Saying that, though, the spread has moved by 2 whole points. It was 13.5 when it opened. It's now 11.5. Have they signed like a new QB or something?
Oh man.
Has Derek Carr came out of retirement? That seems to be a trend these days. Like,
I think Kenny Pickett's starting. If that's got your hopes going a little bit.
oh, Kenny Pickett. I don't know. Ask the Eagles defense. Hey, let me take the. I was about to say let me take the over for Kenny Pickett interceptions, and it's 10-17. That is terrible odds. If I put £100 on that, I get £158 back. So they're basically telling you this guy's throwing a pick. Damn. Oh, Kenny Pickett against his old team. You know I love storylines. Give me Raiders money line. Actually, don't. Let's move on to the next game now. Jets at Jags. Fucking hell. Another shocking team, and the spread here is 12.5 points. Another humongous spread. Isn't Tyrod Taylor injured, or am I just making that up? Who've they got at QB? Brady Cook? Who the fucking hell is that? Who the hell is Brady Cook? Am I supposed to know this guy?
Just another bum named Brady. That's all it is.
Wow. He looks like Tyler Shuff. Bro, who is this guy? Is he a rookie? He's 24.
I think so. He's probably a rookie or
Jets
first
QB
year.
Brady Cook could make
Or second
history
year.
if he starts versus Jags. I want to know what the record is. Start an undrafted rookie, that's the record. Something the Jets have never done. He's an undrafted rookie. Give me the Jags minus the points. Key, who have you got?
Yes, again. Jags. Next question.
That's insane, bro. Q.
Jags, next question.
Yeah, I haven't seen injury reports or anything this week. At the start of the season, bro, I was all in with this shit. I was on ESPN every day checking injury reports, depth charts, seeing who's starting, seeing who's not. And then my picks have just not gone to plan. So I may as well just flip a coin on it. But when I see an undrafted rookie starting against this Jacksonville defense, which is actually solid, and they're a solid run unit as well. So it's not just like, oh, rookie, just give the ball to Breece Hall. He could still have a crazy day, but yeah, give me the Jags. Next up, we got the Cardinals at the Texans. 7.5 point spread. I hate. No, it's not. Now it's moved to 9.5. Who died? Who died, bro? Why is the spread moved by 2 points? What the hell? What have I missed here? Why am I missing so much? Is anyone injured or something?
Philip Rivers tomorrow.
Yeah, we ain't even got to that game yet. Wait till you hear the spread in that game. But what's happened with the Cardinals? Or am I missing anything?
Kyler Murray's starting.
Is he actually?
I think it's just the Cardinals, man.
I don't think so.
No, you're not. Surely not.
I think they shut down Kyler for the rest of the year. They said.
Yeah, good. They should have done that earlier. He might have been in playoff contention.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to see like
for the Jets.
Because bro, a spread moving 2 points is a big jump. So I feel like something must have happened there. But either way, give me the Texans to win. Key.
These bum ass division rival Cardinals and a bum ass team against the Texans, and my guy is D'Amico Ryans. I don't know how to pronounce his name. My goat.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryans.
Give me the Texans.
First. Q.
Yeah, this Cardinals team, I like him more with Jacoby Brissett because he's proven that he can lead this team to better things than Kyler was doing. But man, in the last 5 weeks, all of their divisional rivals have hung 40 on them. And this Texans defense is pretty insane. Their offense, not so much, but they can still get the job done. So yeah, I think it's another easy pick here. I'm going Texans.
The Houston Texans are my sleeper pick to make the AFC Championship game. I'm not even going to lie. It's going to be tough for them to even make the playoffs, I think, with their division. Or will not make the playoffs. They might get wild card, but win the division. Their division's competitive is what I'm trying to say. But give me the Texans minus the points in this game. That Texans defense unit, bro, is sensational. And the offense, I feel, every week is taking steps forward. Ever since Dougie Mills came in, they've been cooking. You know, at the start of the year, we were like, what the hell are the Texans doing? Like, what even are they doing? But I like it. And stay tuned till the end of the episode for our Pick 6 Parlay, because you might see a player from this game in the Parlay. Let's move on. Q, this is your time to shine. Green Bay Packers at Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, the hottest team in football right now. That's tough to say, actually. I was going to make a bad joke, but Q, the spread is plus 2 points for the Broncos. Packers head into Mile High City. That's what Denver's called, right? I didn't just make that up.
That's correct.
Okay. Packers head in there as favorites, bro. 2 point favorites. You must be feeling good. You must be feeling nicey. Are you picking the Packers to win, or do you think this Broncos team with their defense can stop Jordan Love during Toyotathon. Can anyone stop this guy during Toyotathon apart from an actual Toyota?
Well, let me tell you, man, this Broncos defense is very good, and they're going to be sending a lot of blitzes towards Jordan Love. But I don't know if Chicago knew this with how many they were throwing, but there's a certain quarterback in the league who's the very best going against the blitz, and it's Pookie. It's number 10 in Green Bay. He's definitely one of the greats when it comes to Toyotathon time of year. I think this Packers team, they've been very exceptional all year. They've been ending streaks for opposing teams, ended the Bears winning streak. They've been ending streaks when it comes to their history of losses. They finally got a win in Pittsburgh. And it has been a hell of a time, I believe, since the Packers have won in Denver. But like I was just saying, if the Packers can end their streak of losses in Pittsburgh, I think they can definitely end their streak of losses in Denver. I'm going Packers in this one. It's going to be a good game.
This is what I'm looking forward to. This is a primetime game that should be televised. You know what I'm saying? None of this bum-ass Panthers against the Saints shit, bro. Titans against... Key, who have you got in this game, bro? Packers against the Broncos. Which way are you siding? That's not even English. But who are you siding with? There we go. Got there in the end.
You know, I'm not the biggest Baudet fan. I'm not the biggest Broncos fan. But I do have the defense.
How do you kick him from the call?
I don't even know. Is that possible? Okay, remove from group. I can kick him from the whole group chat, bro. I might just do that for that one.
Just replace me with just a crab logo. Anyway, I do have the Broncos defense in my fantasy, but that defense ain't starting this week. Give me the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, bro, like, I want to go Broncos here at home underdogs. That doesn't make sense to me. If the Packers were underdogs heading into this one, I would take the Packers plus the points. But the fact that the Broncos are the underdogs, I just don't know what's going on. And maybe that's a sign. Maybe that is a sign. Have I ever known what's going on? Probably not. Depends who you ask. But if you ask me, who do I want to pick between the Packers and the Broncos? I'm going to side with the Packers, I can't lie. After watching Pookie, as Q calls him, Jordan Love, after watching him on the Pat McAfee show, I'm just like, you know what? This guy's got it. He's got it. He's got game. He's got jokes. I like him. I've never seen a Bo Nix interview. Pat McAfee, maybe you need to have Bo Nix on the show next and give him some personality. But bro, that Christian Watson now as well, that's my guy now. I can't lie. He wears that number 9 every time I've picked him to score an anytime touchdown. He's hit it for me. He got 2 last week, right? He's balling out, bro.
Yes,
and
sir.
you guys,
best first
like,
down celebration in the league.
I beg to differ with CD's little cook. I love that. I hope he's all right, by the way. But that one's sick too. Yeah, Christian Watson, bro. I was gonna say at the start of the year we were like the Packers wide receiver room is kind of mad. You know, you just do wide receiver by committee, as they say, where you've got a bunch of guys who can make plays, kind of, but not really anyone who's like throw it to him and he's gonna make a play. I feel like with Christian Watson, low key, now you have that guy in the lineup. Like, if you need a play, I feel like he's the one who's gonna make it. You know, correct me if I'm wrong in saying that. I don't know if it's more a Romeo Dobbs team, or I don't even know who is even healthy with you guys this year. I feel like every week you lose a receiver and one comes back because you've got that fucking many of them. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Love, bro, he's cooking. I can't deny it. But that Broncos defense is something. But the Broncos offense, Bo Nix against the Packers defense. Give me the Packers. Let's move into Detroit Lions at the LA Rams. Lions trying to make a playoff push, and they're going up against the reigning MVP favorite, Matthew Stafford. 10-3 Rams, 8-5 Lions. Lions need to win out for any chance of making the playoffs this year with how good the Packers and the Bears are playing over in their division. 4.5 points is the current spread. No, it isn't. It's now moved to 6. Who is dying around the league? Why do these spreads keep moving so drastically? This is actually crazy. But all I know is that Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Give me the Rams to win. Key, who have you got?
I agree. You know, for me,
I've just checked the props. I'm sorry. The rushing yards props because I was checking if any players are injured. Rushing yard prop for Matthew Stafford is over under 0.5 yards. That's just funny to me. I don't know why. Oh, sorry, bro. Who have you got in the game?
just get that little interrupted key tally going, chat. Anyway, you know, for me, it's Jared Goff versus Matt GPT. I feel like they have a similar talent in the wide receiver room. Same with like the running backs. I feel like it's a very similar. You know, it goes one for one to an extent. But for me, AI is getting too good. Give me Matt GPT. Give me the Rams.
I've only just clocked it's Goff against Stafford. The little trade.
Stafford versus the Lions.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Rams
That's
versus.
oh, Jared Goff might cook in LA. I'm not gonna lie. He likes the warm weather. Oh, I might take Lions plus the points here, but take Rams money line. Q, who've you got?
They both play in a dome. They both play in a dome. It doesn't matter. Yeah, man. I this might be my NFC North agenda to keep the Lions out of the playoffs, but I got to rock with the Rams on this one, especially after the Lions just lost Brian Branch. That's definitely a big blow to their
Okay,
defense.
I didn't know
I
that.
think
What happened to him?
yeah, he's out for the rest of the year. I think he Achilles.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
So
Oh,
that's definitely
Daniel Jones. Sorry, we haven't even got there yet.
yeah. Yeah, man. It was just that wasn't good to see him going down, and that's definitely going to hurt the Lions' chances. Key, you talked about their offense being 1-1. I think the Lions running backs are definitely a lot better than the Rams running backs, but the Rams defensive line's also a lot better than the Lions defensive line right now. So I'm rocking with the Rams. It's probably going to be very close, very gritty game, but give me the Rams and let's try to keep these Lions out of the playoffs.
I feel like the Lions are treating every game like a playoff game at the minute because obviously they need to win out. And that's the mentality, you know, these teams are taking. Watching Hard Knocks, one of the Cowboys coaches said that to them too. It's like every game from now is a playoff game basically, because if we lose, we're basically not going to make the playoffs here. But man, I can't wait for this game. This is one of those games that you see on the list and you think, I can't wait to watch this. Give me the over. What is the point total? I'm going to say 51. It's 55. Jesus fucking Christ. They're expecting an absolute bonfire over there. 55, bro. That's like you've got to score on every possession. You can't take no plays off. What's going to determine this game is the turnover margin, and whose defense do I trust more to make a play to get a turnover? Probably the Rams. The Lions play with grit and they play hard, but I don't think they're as talented on defense as the Rams are. So I'm taking Rams. Give me the Rams minus the points too. I don't even want to talk about this game. Panthers at Saints. Panthers minus 2.5 point favorites. Give me the Saints plus 2.5. I just don't like this game at all. I don't want to talk about it. Q, who have you got?
Yeah,
you know,
we oh, who the fuck do you say? I thought you said Q.
I said Q, but you can both just say that at the same time if you want to move on quicker.
Sorry.
you can go Q. It's fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's just that old classic phrase, "Who the fuck is televating this game?" I gotta go with Panthers. It's probably gonna be a close, ugly game again, but yeah.
See, you know, me and Q we're in sync right now. Somebody at the start of the year would have said this is a certain person versus another person. I won't say who, but
Do you want me
one
to
of them
say
looks
who?
like he plays for the Falcons. Or he likes the Falcons logo at least. I'm taking the Panthers.
Yeah, it's it's entirely possible that this game is gonna get skipped, and we are not even going to talk about it in next week's recap. Let's talk about a game which we probably won't talk about either. I've just clocked. It's the Titans at the Niners. Hate it. Titans plus 13.5 points. Give me the points. Give me the Titans plus the points. Okay, I'm guessing you've got the Niners. Anything to add on this one?
This one does make me a little worried, I can't lie. Obviously, the Browns defense being considerably better than the Niners defense, and of course having tons of injuries. It's a bit shaky, especially with how the Titans played against the Browns. But I'm never going to go against my Niners, not even on a hoping that my Niners win, choosing against them. So I did see CMC is questionable with illness though, so I will in fact cry if he doesn't play, because it puts me in such a terrible position if he doesn't play, because I have so many bloody players in fantasy that play at 6 p.m. UK time, but the Niners play at 9:25. So if I don't start them, I can't sub them in. It's
You could always do a quick
annoying.
waiver swap and pick up Tony Pollard and just drop CMC. I promise I won't pick him up if you do. Promise.
That will not be happening. Give me Niners.
Standard Q.
Yeah, I think in any other week you're looking at this Niners-Titans game and you're going, okay, easy blowout win for the Niners. But with how the Titans played last week, especially like he said against a better defense, I think it's looking a little suspect. But I think the Niners still have uh, plenty of pieces to beat the Titans. I talk about it before. There are a lot of like plug and play guys you can put in almost any position. They'll still find success somehow. So give me the 49ers.
You know, they've got a Cam Ward over there, bro. I like Cam Ward. I'm not going to lie to you. He might not win Rookie of the Year, but he has my vote for Best Incomplete Pass of the Year. After that stiff arm where he pushed the guy through the stadium floor. He was like, you know, fucking down with wherever Bane sent those guys in the fucking Batman movie, bro. He was underground and then just threw it incomplete, but that shit was fire. Give me the Titans plus the points. I'm not even going to make a money line pick here because it's bait, but I'm leaning on the spreads here. Speaking of spreads, another double-digit spread. This is the crazy point of the season where half of these games are like, okay, let's just not even talk about it. But something we do have to talk about with this one. The spread opened at 10.5. No, it didn't. It opened at 14.5. Moved to 13.5. I don't know why the ESPN Pick'em, was about to spoil it then. The ESPN Pick'em has it. I've just showed you my pick. I don't know why they have it at 10.5 because it's never been that on any sports book. But give me the Seahawks. Phillip Rivers is back. Moment of silence, first of all, for Daniel Jones. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see these things happen to players when they're balling out. Playing through fractures on one leg, get injured on the other. It's such a sad time. So what are you going to do? You load the box, you stop Jonathan Taylor. As Phillip Rivers, has he still got it? Can he still sling it? We'll find out on Sunday night. I'm betting against the 44-year-old man who has been out of the league for 5 years, especially against the Seahawks defense. Yeah, he might be able to still sling it, but how's his film study? Has he even been doing any kind of football, like keeping up with football for a while, bro? Because I know he's a, first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. He was about to be in the Hall of Fame type shit, bro. But how much has the game evolved since he's been away from it? The amount of disguised coverages and disguised blitz packages that he's going to see, especially against this Seahawks team, bro, which have a fucking solid defense. The point spread sounds crazy, and I would love it for the Cinderella storyline that Phillip Rivers comes here, slings it, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, Michael Pittman, Alex Pierce, and Tyler Warren on the score sheet. I just don't see it happening, though, but I would love it too. Key, who are you leaning with? Why do I keep saying that? I keep mixing up who you're siding with and which side you're leaning. Who are you leaning with? That's the new one. We'll just roll with it. Who have you got?
I seen something along the lines. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it said Phillip Rivers has been. It was something like he's been teaching like football in like a college team, and they use the exact same like scheme and all this kind of stuff as the Colts do. So he's literally like he knows their playbook to a T. That's why, like, they wanted him essentially. I know he has 10 kids and one grandchild, but he's gonna have 10 incomplete passes and 1 touchdown in a Seahawks win. Give me the Seahawks.
One thing about Phillip Rivers, he will throw an interception if you want him to. So I reckon he'll throw a pick in this game too. And again, turnover margins in this sport, it's big. I've got him to throw a pick here. I'm gonna go Nick Emanwari, the rookie, to get the interception too. He had a big game last week, and he has been balling out all season. I like him. Q, who are you leaning with in this game? Who are you leaning with? Said it again. Fucking hell, put me down.
Who you said none?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was gonna bring up that exact point. I think it was a high school team that he's been coaching a high school team with the same exact playbook that the Colts use, because him and Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach, have been keeping in touch ever since he left Indy. But we talk about it all the time. Football is not played on paper; it's played out on the actual field. So there's a lot of difference between knowing the playbook and actually developing chemistry with all the guys that you're going to be playing with. So I think that's going to be probably very tough to start out. You're going to see a lot of Jonathan Taylor runs, and of course Seahawks know what's going to happen. So it's going to be a lot of like 7, 8 guys in the box. Dare Philip Rivers to see if he's still got it. So yeah, I'm going Seahawks in this one, and man, it's just heartbreaking, honestly, for what happened to Daniel Jones. I think this was probably his last year to prove himself as a starting caliber quarterback in the league. I think after this is probably journeyman backup time, and just a terrible, terrible way to go out. You get the fracture in one leg, he's playing through it, Achilles in the other, and it's just absolutely awful to see. And Philip Rivers ripping 17 off of DJ after he goes down. Like the body's not even cold, bro, and you're just gonna rip 17 from him. There's gonna be one guy out there being like, I thought Daniel Jones was injured. What I see 17 in at quarterback. He looks a little bit different, but like
Looks
they
a
still
lot
got 17
fatter
out there, so
and
I guess
older.
he's all right. He looks like he's playing like a 44-year-old. What the hell happened? I know he's got an Achilles, but what's going on?
The way you
But
threw
yeah,
that
no.
interception reminds me of Philip Rivers a bit.
Yeah, the way he's chucking the ball downfield like it's a shot put. That's very Philip Rivers-esque. Wait a minute. But yeah, no. Heartbroken for DJ, heartbroken for the Colts. I talked about it at the beginning of the season. They have too much talent on that team to have it wasted by somebody who I thought was not going to be able to do good quarterback play. He obviously proved me wrong, but it's just terrible how the season's turned out.
It is really sad for, Colts fans because they started so well and like now the season's going, up in flames and it's so sad to see. Because I was so like I love the underdog stories, I mean, same city, the Pacers in the NBA finals also getting done by an Achilles injury, and it's just so sad, bro. But what'll make me happier is the Cowboys going and whooping the Vikings in Monday Night Football. Is that even Monday night? No, it's Sunday Night Football. Fucking hell. I just saw what the Monday night game is. I'm not watching that bullshit, bro. But the late game on Monday, or Sunday, I should say, Cowboys at home, 6.5 point favorites against the Minnesota Vikings. I don't even know who's starting here. Oh, it's JJ McCarthy. Fucking get him. Cowboys minus the points. Give me that. Key?
Although Nueve had a great game last week, I still can't. I can't pick him, honestly. It's hard. It's a hard time to pick him. I seen Jettis saying he'd rather win and get no points rather than lose and get no points. I think this week he's gonna still get no points. I think the Cowboys win.
I love it. Q.
Yeah. No, this JJ McCarthy experiment has not totally gone the way they wanted it to. You with quarterbacks like this, it's gonna sound very weird to say, but you want pretty much either all good or all bad, because in that case you know what's gonna happen. But this guy, is talking about who do they call? Is it Tatum? They call him the anomaly
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
NBA.
yeah.
That's what JJ McCarthy is. Um, just an absolute anomaly. Never know what you're gonna get with this kid. It's either gonna be to dunk on Brosmer again. You're gonna either get Brosmer-esque football, or you're gonna get what 3 touchdowns, no picks, shutting out the other team. It's just like what can you possibly predict whenever he goes out onto the field? This time I'm gonna predict a Cowboys win, but anything can happen, and it's not always a good thing.
We don't know yet. I don't think if CeeDee Lamb's going to play in this game. It'll be absolutely devastating if he doesn't. But obviously, long rest. We played Thursday last week, and this game's the latest game on the Sunday, so a lot of time to rest and recover. Usually about like 7 to 10 days you need for concussion protocol. I think this will be 10 days exactly since the concussion. Um, just sad, bro. I can't believe we went out like that as well against the Lions. I think if CD stayed in that game, we win that game too, and it's just so sad that players aren't invincible and get injured. So let's move into the last game of the week, shall we? It's the Dolphins at the Steelers. I don't know what to think of either of these two teams. Not gonna lie, Dolphins have been in flying form. They have been absolutely killing it. They're currently sat at 6-7 in the record, up against the 7-6 Steelers. I've got the Dolphins to win. Give me the Dolphins. In fact, give me the Dolphins +3 because that's the spread. Don't like this game. Don't have anything to say. Two are in the cold. Yeah, I get it, but I don't even care. If the Steelers win the AFC North, it's an absolute travesty. Nobody wants to see that shit, bro. Probably one of the ugliest teams in sports, and I'm not just talking about Darnell Washington. That was just a shot for no reason. I'm sorry to bro. I'm just mad because
That's
he's
crazy.
6'7". Q, who have you got in this game? Get us out of
You
here.
know, yeah, the Dolphins, they have been in very good form recently, and the Steelers just coming off what I would call an upset over the Ravens. But man, they're 9-8, sneaking into the playoff every year. Agenda is alive and well, and I honestly I can see it continuing against the Dolphins, especially if Mr. Discount Double Check is gonna run his way into the end zone again. I think we still got one more vintage Aaron Rodgers performance left in us this season. I'm hoping to see it against the Dolphins. Give me Steelers.
Key, take us home.
You know, I'm a big A-Chan guy. He's questionable after last week. I don't like. I hate being the guy that does the if this guy plays, these guys win. If this guy doesn't play, these guys win. So instead of being that, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm changing my pick live. Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers. Sign me up. Sign me up, ye.
First, give me the Dolphins then. Fuck the spread. Give me the Dolphins money line. Let me be different and go on the other side of the fence. Well, that rounds up week 15. Playoff implications in a lot of these games. It's a big time of the season for everybody, and it's a big time of the season for our bank accounts. Can we hit our pick six parlay? Gamble responsibly. This is all for entertainment and fun purposes only. Only gamble what you're willing to lose. And let's see who the boys have picked for their pick six players. Key, I already know your two since you put it in the chat, so do you want to explain to the crowd who have you picked and why?
So, first of all, I picked my guy, Georgius Kittle. Just because it's George
Georgius.
Kittle. Georgius Kittle. He's just, you know what I mean? Best tight end in the league. Argue with the wall.
Yeah. Okay. Not this season.
GOAT. George Kittle against the Titans defense. Sign me up. And my other pick, who is wide receiver rank 14, which is in fact my lucky number, which makes this even better. Jalen Waddle. I'm picking a wide receiver for the Dolphins. Guys, to a turnover lover. Crazy. Jalen Waddle me up.
Jalen Waddle and George Kittle. Two late games there. I like that you've picked the Monday night game because then if the rest of the parlay hits, we have to watch Tua.
It's all eyes on Kate.
And it's all eyes on Tua, and I don't want to watch. So I hope the parlay loses. I don't want to watch that game. But Q, who are you picking? I was going to say again, who are you leaning with?
Who's at the helm?
Yeah.
Who is at the helm in your picks? What a reference.
Yeah. I'm actually going with some guy I just picked up who's I think having a very under the radar, pretty decent season. I'm going with Travis Etienne against the Jets. I think Jaguars are just going to smoke the Jets. I think they're going to get him involved in a lot of different ways. And for my other pick, again, obviously, I think about this very, very hard every single week. But I think I'm gonna go with another Mr. Automatic from the 1 yard line that this guy can't fucking stand, but he's still my goat. Give me Devontae Adams against the Lions.
Bears, stat pattern merchant, but we will take it. He is actually the favourite in this game to score a touchdown. He's the same odds as Jameer Gibbs. That is proven. I mean, and you know what? I love that pick because over 55 points, they are expecting big scores in this game. Who was your first guy? Sorry, Trevor Etienne.
Travis Etienne.
Travis
Jaguars.
Etienne. Who the hell's Trevor Etienne? Is that someone else?
His brother.
That's his brother.
Oh, okay. They couldn't have picked two different names. That's so close. That's like Terrence and Terrell Mallory, bro. Sometimes I get twisted on names because it's so similar. I am going to pick, first of all, Nico Collins. Give me that. I think he's got to have a big day against the Cardinals. That's a big time player. I said before about Christian Watson. You know, teams need that guy they can look to make a play. And Nico Collins is a dog. He comes from that same receiver class as Drake London. Big body, physical, can just make a play, you know. And for my other pick, I was tempted to go Jacoby Myers. But since we've already got a pick in the Jags game, I'm going to pick somebody else. I want to pick a Bears running back, right? But the problem is, if I pick DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monungai is going to score. And if I pick Kyle Monungai, the other guy is going to score. It's just so tough when you've got two backs like that and they always swap them. Like, they swap it more than Detroit. So it's so hard to, like, think who's going to score between the two. But someone I can see putting his team on his back this weekend, scoring a touchdown in a game where he needs to score touchdowns. Josh Allen. This is your time to be beautiful, Josh Allen. This is your time to be great and Mr. Perfect. There we go. That's our pick six parlay. Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, T. Etienne, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, and Josh Allen. I love it.
There's one name on that Scott hates. George Kittle. You're hating that pick.
I actually hate Waddle more.
Tight end acquisition. Do you? Yeah.
I would prefer Achane, but like you say, if Achane doesn't play, Waddle is a good pick. But then, yeah, I don't like any Niners player, so.
Wow.
Yeah, so W episode. Let us know in the comments below what you think of our picks, what you think of the parlay. Do you think it's going to hit or not? And yeah, anything else to add, boys, before we get up out of here?
Next week.
It can't get any worse.
It can.
Next week is the Christmas episode, guys. We'll all have some form of Christmas attire on for yous, for our loyal fans.
No, it's not.
It is.
There's another week before
Is it?
Christmas.
Never mind. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Never mind. I'm losing
Yeah.
the plot. I was sick for 3 days, guys. Never mind.
Yeah,
I knew it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's
Just
trying to
test
speed
this.
ahead to Christmas. He's just looking forward to his mince pies and finishing his advent calendar, so I understand it, you know. Do I take back one of my picks and go Rashee Rice?
No.
Anytime touchdown. Who's that even pick?
Did you see
I don't even know. Let me do a separate two-piece parlay.
Josh Allen.
True. Let me do a separate two-piece parlay. Let me go Rashee Rice and Harold Fannin Jr. as a two-piece. I'm doing that right now. Actually, I'm placing that right now.
How did the parlay do last week? Oh, never mind.
I can't even remember, to be honest. I don't even check it because I just know it's not going to hit. I'm just throwing fivers in the well.
I think the less about week 14 across all aspects, the better. Didn't feel quite very lucky.
It was a terrible week. 5 and 9. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's better than what I did. What did I do? Like 6 and 7? I don't know. I can't remember now.
If we could do the show without you, we would.
Someone murdered this guy.
It's like, you know, when you were kids playing footy and like the kid like who owned the ball would take it and go home if they got fed up with the game. It's like me, but I'm like, I have to be here because I have the camera. I'm the one who records and edits it, so you can't get rid of me if you try. I'm taking me ball home.
Nah, Nah, we'll record it and just send it to you to edit.
Yeah.
I would.
Surely he won't make us look bad.
I'm gonna send that shit straight to the police and say these guys are harassing me and bullying. You know, I can't believe that game from the Game Awards last night. 10 years in the making. Shit was arse. Like. Anyway, I haven't done an outro, have I? Did we even finish? No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll
We're
catch
just-
us
we're
next
just
week.
talking.
We'll catch us next week, everyone, for the Christmas episode. Fuck's he talking about? Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. We'll catch us next time, people, man. Take it easy.